Alrighty guys, so a few hours ago I bought myself a pair of rocker boots. As you can see that I'm wearing them at the moment. They come under the plate class of armor, so they're not cloth or leather. They cost about, it's changing at the moment. It's pretty fluctuating. Like, you can get them for 80 gold, but then you can get them for 200 gold, so it really just depends on when you want to look at the market. I got them for pretty cheap. I can't remember how much it was exactly, but it was pretty cheap. I bought them off a player and they were selling them. Anyway, and I discovered a nifty little feature. I might just get out of that. Nifty little feature that you can implement pretty much unlimited flight if you can combine your rocket boots and your glider. I'm not sure if it works with the default glider, but I just know it works for the class Phoenix, which you get from funding. I funded $150. I'm not sure about the other tiers. Anyway, so basically, what this will allow you to do, the glider lasts for 3 minutes, and the rocket boots have a 2-minute cooldown. I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna I'll show you on the process. So basically, what you want to start doing is gliding, which we're going to do now, and you want to use all your boosts, this kind of stuff, let it all go, and you're going to keep gliding until you really you're getting too close to the ground, or you're about to. The little mark up here, if you hover over it, we've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds of gliding left. So we're gonna crash in 2 minutes if we don't get out or re-equip our glider. So basically, let's get over a little bit higher air, because we can get this working. We basically need to have a long enough distance so that we can fall without touching the ground. So the T and the Y somersaults, they basically push you up a little bit and also to the side, so you can gain height slowly while you wait for your 30-second cooldown. This is exclusive to the glass glider as well, though, so it depends really what glider you got. It's also going to be a lot more difficult if you want to cross the ocean with this, because you have to wait for different cooldowns, but that really just depends on what gliders you got, because I know there's other gliders out there with special abilities. Anyway, we're going to jump over the pond. Let's hope physics will work. Anyway, alright, and now we're going to get rid of our glider, and we're going to use our rocket boots. Well, a little bit glitchy, but there you go. And now we're way higher. So basically that's how it works. And now you're going to keep going, so that resets 3 minutes more on that, and then there's 2-minute cooldown. So basically you've got a minute between this and that to use your buffs, figure out what you want to do. Maybe get open to a bigger drop or something like that. I'm just going to pause it here. I'm going to take us over to Ostera and show you how it works with turbulence. Alrighty guys, so I said we'd go to Ostera, but I figured I'd just stick to what I did before, so we're going to Villanelle. As you can see, I'm pretty high up. I came over those mountains over there, and basically we're just going to start heading this way. We zoom out. We want to go around about there, actually, because yeah, that's where I went. So I kind of went the long way, when you could have just gone from here to here, but I went from here to here. Anyway, after this though, I'm going to show you a nifty little trick if you don't have the rocket boots, because they fluctuate in price, like I said. So one day they might be 50, one day they might be 500, who knows. But I'm going to show you a nifty trick around there. So once we come back to that, I will make sure that I show you that, because it's a more cheaper option depending on what you can find, but I don't want to give anything away, so I'll talk to you about that in a little bit. And I'm just going to stop here now, because the turbulence is a bit different around here. It kicks in at random times, so once I'm out in the open further along here, I'll start recording again. See you in a bit, guys. Alrighty, so we just hit turbulence, not that far out, slowly making our way. As you can see, we're now in the open ocean, which means we can be PK'd, but let's face it, no one's really going to be this high. Anyway, just a few tips I wanted to give out before we get started. Make sure that you're holding this. Not all the time, but never do... Oh shit, sorry, never go forward. If you go forward, you're going to start ducking. And basically, if you saw back in my original, first rocket boost, just give me 1 second, I'm just going to refresh this. Once you saw in my original rocket boost, I took a lot of damage. That's just because I hit the ground. It's only going to happen once or twice, depending on how unlucky you are. But somewhere around here, as you can see, I'm so far up that I'm not going to get damaged. And even if I do, it's not going to be enough to kill me, because by the time my rocket boosts fail, I probably fall for about 3 seconds, and a 5-second fall will kill you. A 5-second fall will kill you. A 4-second fall will do a fair bit of damage, and you can usually get away pretty well with a 3-second fall. Really just depends on your gear and all that, but a fall takes percentage, not a specific amount of your health. I had another tip, but I can't quite remember it, so I'll get back to you on that one in a second. Turbulence does not really matter. If you see yourself falling towards the ocean, make sure you just pull back and try and kind of like stall for time until you get your rocket boost. Basically, like, always make sure you got space underneath you, and you can take as long as you want. Just make sure once you hit a high enough altitude, your rocket boost pretty much just becomes a refresher for your glider, so it doesn't crash. That's about it. So I'm not going to go all the way over there just because it takes a while, so I'm going to break my own rule and kind of just plummet towards this island here. In case you guys didn't know, if you've got an unlock key on your keyboard, you can use that to auto walk and auto run. It's kind of how people auto attack dummies and auto walk to level their pets and that kind of stuff. It's all got to do with the unlock button. Anyway, I'm gonna get over to this place, and then I'll jump over there and show you a little trick for if you can't really afford rocket boots, because who really knows what they're gonna be like on the market. See you in a little bit. Can't wait. Alrighty guys, so I'm just passing over the island now, as you can see. Altitude's still looking pretty good. We had some good luck with the turbulence, so it took us pretty high. But as you can see, like, we're still really high, and if we're going in this kind of direction, like, that's about half. Actually, I put about that half. So yeah, we're almost half, like a third, almost half, and we're still got like a while to go. But anyway, just before I jumped over to Villanelle again, I wanted to show you how to do a proper rocket jump. So it's not really a defined method. I should probably get some air. It's not really a defined method, but the way I like to do it, I like to fold it and count to 3, 2, 1, then pop it, and then just while I'm floating in the air, this will come back alive like that. So I'm right back in the air. I've gained tons more altitude. I'm not really sure if there's a limit, because I haven't really done it on land, but as you can see, you can take this method and implement wherever you want, especially without the issue of turbulence. You can get pretty high. Like, for instance, you can go all the way over to Mahadevi, land on the Palicello, and there is an achievement there in case you guys haven't got it or didn't know about it, so I suggest you use this method to get there. If you don't have rocket boots, though, I'm about to show you the alternative options, so I've got to get myself out of this mess somehow without dying, and I will see you back in Villanelle shortly. Have a great day. Alrighty guys, we're back in Villanelle. As you can see, I'm just up on the hill over here, where if you recall to Lutzon Harbour, you'll get about here, and you can glide straight down here and up the path. Anyway, so the next option is still pretty expensive, but I prefer it. I wouldn't actually prefer it, but it's a more affordable option because you can find lots of resellers rather than rocket boots are a pretty rare drop. I think you get them from a pirate boss. Anyway, so in case you haven't figured, it's a striped outer. Mine has some armor, so just ignore that. I don't think I have bag space. Yeah, nah. So we'll just leave that at that. But basically, it has the ability to fly. It's all dependent on its mana. I might just let its mana recharge for a little bit just so you don't crash and burn. But basically, as you can see here, it uses 180 mana per cast, and pretty much every second cast, I'm not sure if I'm using it right or anything. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I've just figured it out as I've gone. Every second cast with the fleeing Yada ability will basically make it jump really high if it's in the air. So that's looking pretty full. So we'll just start going, and 1, 2, 3, jump. So you got to really like spam it. As you can see, I'm going pretty high, and you can get lucky sometimes. Like, there's been times where I've just crashed and burned, and then there's times where I fly up really high like that, as you can see, and down. Alright. Oh my god. Alright. Also, watch out for your Yada, because they can take a falling bonus. A falling stun, not a bonus. It's not a bonus at all, because if they get stunned, then basically you fall, and you can't use the boost or anything, and it sucks. Sorry, so basically, as you can see ahead of me is Mahadevi. It's just blurred out a little bit, but if we play our cards right, we can get to the right height so that we can glide on top of that Palicello, which is basically the end goal right here. We'll jump up there. Keep going. So basically, the Yada is going to run out of, that's it. Oh, okay, now I've stuffed up. So basically, you want to desummon, spawn your glider straight away, and get going. I'm going to cheat a little bit just because I've got rocket boots, but you shouldn't do this. Didn't really accomplish anything either, actually. But as you can see, basically, that's another alternative. Like, we're still pretty high. We went from there all the way up to here, and that was with rocket boots, but like maybe lower us like a meter or two, and we'd be at the Yada height, so it's really not that different. Yeah, but as you can see, this, along with your boost as you go, is perfect amount of height to reach on top of the Palicello, or You can go up to the top of there and boost the yada off, and you can go anywhere you want really. Keep in mind though, without the rocket boots, you won't have the refresh. So I've got about 3 minutes to get to there if I didn't have the refresh. But other than that, it's still a more affordable option depending on rocket boot prices. Like this entire method depends on how much rocket boots are, because they're dropped from. I want to take a leap of faith and say the pirate boss on Freenik, but I could be entirely wrong. So just ignore me on that if I am. Anyway, guys, this is basically my height gaining method for gliders. I don't know what to call it, but I want to show you how I got across the ocean from Villanelle over to Cinderstone, I think it is. Zoom out. Yeah, Cinderstone more. So basically, yeah, it took about half an hour for the journey going like this, because a lot of the time turbulence, if you go like this, turbulence is going to knock you down more than if you do like that. That's what I found just through experience. It might not be an actual fact. I might just be unlucky. But anyway, that's basically the two ways that I found that you can gain height. And rocket boots, if you got 80 gold, 200 gold, invest them. So it's gonna let you live so many times. Like even just getting that refresh, so you can. So if I fall, I should not have done that. I'm not on cooldown. Alright, that was a bad idea. I'm dead. Oh well, great way to end the video. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Probably just gonna link this on my Reddit. If not, it'll be a separate post, and I hope you enjoy. Have a great one, guys. See you later.